Hey everybody, I'm East Coast Beat and here's my show. Who named that band Magic Pie? Well, this is a mystery because so far I haven't found a biopic of this band, but as I listen to their music, I find that this is not exactly the kind of music I expect from a progressive rock band. In 2020 at least. The music and lyrics are cloying. I'm sorry to say. Here's the Suffering Joy. It's got really nice sleeve art. It's got that old man on the dock. It's all kind of like gray tones. It's pretty cool. It's got a suitcase full of money though. And he's got a cocktail, and there's some beautiful clouds in the sky. Don't really know how that applies to the music, but here it is. 1. A Life's Work, Part 1. Questions unanswered. Way, 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 way better than the first two albums. This reminds me of Utopia without the coolness. That's as much of a compliment as I can come up with for this band. And here is A Life's Work Part 2. It's got an overture. You know what an overture is, right? That's like the opposite of an underture. And then A Life's Work is Part 3. Guess what? It's a brand new day. Yeah, every 24 hours or so that happens. And for A Life's Work Part 4, this is The Suffering Joy. And the first song I actually like. It took a while to get here, folks. Vocals are, and I didn't even mention the first two albums because my God, vocals are finally there. It's the girl, but where is she? Where did she come from? I don't know. Kind of like to know that, at least. 5 is Headlines. Endless Ocean, Slightly Mad, Tired, and In Memoriam. Circus of Life, real crappy sleeve art, black and yellow and blue and pink and white. Oh my God. These are not colors that generally go together well. I'm kind of old-fashioned about my color schemes. 1. Welcome. There are baby gurgles, and this is not a good sign. It's actually quite embarrassing. There's no place in this century for blonde hippies. That was before now. It was back in the 60s we did that. Although this band is not retro, it's not a throwback to the 60s, it seems like they are trying to reproduce certain things about the 60s that they liked, including freak shows. They like freak shows, apparently. Hey, I like a good freak show, but it's really not very nice to the freaks. I mean, they get to make a salary, that's about it. Other than that, we're just sitting and ogling them like, oh my God, but for the grace of God, they're, fuck you. What if, ... la la. And guess what? At that point, I was done. I was done with Magic Pie. But for your sake, I'll tell you, it goes on to Trick of the Mind, The Clown, Pointless Masquerade. Yeah, that's truth in advertising. Watching the Waters. Magic Pie is a Scandinavian progressive rock band now performing globally. They first formed in 2001. Yes, I was able to find this out. I'm not sure where. 6 musicians from Moss and Fredrikstad in the southeast of Norway. Ken Stenberg on guitars, Gilbert Marshall on keyboards and vocals, Lars Holstad on bass, Jan Johansson on drums, Eric Hansen on lead vocals, and Alan Olson on vocals. Their first album, here we go, Motions of Desire, went out in 2005. Here are the motions of desire. 1. Change. It takes 20 minutes, and it starts with crickets chirping, and that is not a good sign. I'm liking this. Not. It's way too happy, way too pretty and trite with birdies flying around. I'm not kidding you. 2. Title track. Nope. Silly. Xanadu. Olivia Newton-John, but less good. So far, this is ridiculous. 4. Full circle poetry. Nothing new here either. 4. Without knowing why, slightly tougher than a kitten. And I'm out. Just 4 songs into the first album and I'm done, folks. This is not what I want my prog to be like. 5. Illusion and Reality Part 1. I'm just telling you, just so you know. Illusion and Reality Part 3. This is the final breath. And Illusion and Reality Part 4. Oh, it gets a reprise. Oh, how quaint. And 8, Dream Vision. There's 2 more albums, King for a Day and Hedonist Fragments of the 5th Century Element, went in 2019. This band is still out there doing it. Give them credit at least for that. I guess they have fans, and I'm sorry if any of your fans are listening to me now. I apologize for bad-mouthing a group of accomplished musicians. It's just that I don't like it, and I want to be able to have a couple bands on my show that I can profess to dislike. I have that right. Classic rock meets prog rock is way too lame a description for Magic Pie. They have toured the US as well as Scandinavia, and they have nothing whatsoever to do with Oasis. Fragments of the 5th Element. Jeremiah was a wino who lives from day to day. Not a good sign. I'm out.